Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to use attack copters, how to use them effectively, and which ones to use in what situations. So let's get started. Main thing I see people doing is flying at high altitudes, and in realism games that's not recommended. Alright, I'll make a PR one, but for now we'll focus on this. Alright, so flying high is the worst thing you can do. Leave yourself exposed to AA, multiple other things. Recommended height's about 30 in combat. At the moment we're just casually flying, so we're going to stick to 63 below 100. Alright, now why should you fly low? Well, it's to avoid AA. Got more objects to hide behind, where if you're up high you're exposed. It's the main thing I see. That's why I'm making these tutorials. Alright, so I'm going to raise my height and I'll show you what happens. Now if I miss, it's pretty hard because the AI adjusts their height to be appropriate, so that's just showing you that you are supposed to. Alright, let's quickly do this. Alright, this is what happens. Alright, see? Now let's see what's happening inside the helicopter. Let's see if the gunner can actually hit that target. Alright, let's go back to the man on the ground. Alright, now let me show you the appropriate way to do it. Now, I recommend flying about this low in the combat zone, now that we can confirm where the AA is. Alright, so stick between trees. Alright, so this is what's going to go down. Also another hint of advice, don't auto hover. Oh, lag. Hang on a sec. Alright, I had to shut down something. Alright, so this is what happens if you go into auto hover. If you're, well, okay, that was a bad example, but sometimes if you're going really fast, it will set your height straight up. I don't know. Alright, so just go nice and low. Now when you get close to the target, put auto hover on. Do it like, make sure it's only going nice and slow. Alright, now, let's see if the AA can take me down this time. Now we're pretty much in the exact same position. Alright, look. I can hear it, but I can't see it. Alright, now this is what's going to happen. I'm going to raise my height.
Rockets. Missiles.
Alright, now let's see. Alright, so you still can't see me. Let's go up a bit more. Now, you will have to raise your height if you've got to take out AA. It's pretty common. Alright.
Rockets. Missiles.
Now you just got to peek up as much as possible. Now keep this in mind. If you get into a situation where you're exposed like this, you're going to get shot down. Alright? So sometimes you got to stay low and you got to go around. I'll demonstrate that. Still going nice and slow, not as fast as I'm going. Alright. Alright. See, I can still hear it, but I can't see it. Alright, so now
rockets, missiles.
I just got to pop around that corner. Right. There's our target. Now, this is when you have to be fast. Bang. So I'm going to quickly switch to the gunner. Actually, first I've got to Now, taking into account this is pretty slow. Alright, so you want to line up, like, if you go around you want to line up instantly. And then the gunner wants to have his Hellfire's arm. He wants to be able to lock on. Now, unfortunately I can't lock on because that's friendly. But yeah.
3 o'clock. Close.
Alright. Sorry, that was a bad example. Alright, I'll show you the next one. Alright, now I'll show you which helicopters are used in which situations. Alright, so my favourite, the USMC AH-1Z. This is used in beach assaults. It generally flies lower than the AH-64 and has more brutal guerrilla warfare tactics. Now, why would I say guerrilla warfare tactics? Because really, this doesn't confirm targets, it just takes them out. It's just like a soldier in the air, and Marines love it, apparently. I believe it. Alright, so what's it equipped with? It's got sidewinders, which are AA. Very useful, especially when they bring in helicopters to take out the infantry. It's also got Hellfires, useful to take out tanks and that. It's got Hydras, very effective on infantry and light vehicles, and a lovely minigun which takes out infantry with ease and light vehicles. Alright, so that's the AH-1Z. Now we'll move on to the AH-64 Apache. Alright, what's this armed with? Alright, now before I go into what's it armed with, I'll tell you the tactics. It's more laid back for special forces. It's used at night time more than it is at day. Unlike that, it doesn't do crazy stuff like beach assaults and that. It's more like laser targets, take them out from a fair distance, stay behind cover. Where that's like, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you all. Excuse my German. Right, so right here, a lovely cannon. It takes out APCs and nearly any light or medium armor. Once again, it's got a great range. Once again, Hellfire's beautiful for taking out vehicles. That's why it's good laid back and lased by lasers. And Hydras, which is more like a last resort, or yeah. Alright, so now I'll show you how to use them in combat. Alright, so let's start this. Alright, so this is a beach assault. Just takes everything out before the infantry even has to move in. It's using its minigun. And that. Alright, so you didn't really get a good view of that. So let's change a few things, like let's move this infantry squad up to here. Let's get them to move in. I have my dude here. Alright, now let's view this. Alright, so here we go again. Ouch, that hurt.
Missiles. Target that at 07.
Alright, so
No target.
we switch to thermals. Everything seems to be down. Very effective in beach assaults, as you can see. Alright. Now, recommended height for that is lower than the Apache, about 15. So you want to be nice and low, skimming over. As you can see, did beautiful damage. I'd show you more advanced one, but I'll leave that to you guys. Alright, let's try the Apache. Alright, so let's have a look at the situation. Alright, so we've got a lot of men over there. More than I can take on. Alright. Now let's switch to the Apache, which is at a safe distance. Alright, so we're going to go into Hellfire mode. just turn up my view distance. This is quite deadly. Alright, let's fire. Boom. Now the next thing. See how far that catches. Alright, seems like our friend's still up and kicking.
No target.
Boom. And that's how you use an Apache effectively. Alright, look at that. And look, can't even see the Apache. Now if you have night vision goggles, you're probably going to be able to see it. Now that's not the best example. You want to stay behind hills and that when using the Apache, but you know, this is very rough. You get the basic idea right on what to do. Now if I was AH-1Z, I'd fly straight in. Just, it'd be over either way. Alright, that's about it for now. Thanks for watching.